All my dancers out there, this is for you. Whether you dance good or bad, the thing is just to dance. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Sunny Day, right now, aka Red Velvet. I was going to say Violet. Red Velvet. Happy day after Memorial Day. Hope it was good and safe and happy and well for everybody. I just relaxed. I just relaxed. Because I'm saving up my energy so I could go and see Mom on Friday or Saturday. Can't wait to see Octavia Spencer. I'll race you to the theater, and I'm going to definitely come back and tell you how good it was. Because I know it's going to be good. Shout out to Octavia. Hey, listen, nowadays, you never know who's watching. You never know. Tyra said that she chose her recent photographer for her recent Sports Illustrated cover. She found the person on Instagram. Shout out to Tyra. Tyra Banks, that is. Tyra stay finding somebody on Instagram. Yeah, and I think she took the lady, the girl, her to Ellen or something like that. But Tyra, we know her from America's Top Model, and we know Tyra for always doing wonderful things. Hey, Tyra! Okay, so really, really quick, I got some really, really good news. Have you guys heard that Kim is not only assisting tons of people getting out of jail, not only is Kim assisting tons of people with their rent after she helps them to get out, and keep in mind, she's helping people with the number one man, Van Jones. I love him, love him, love him. He's so smart. He's so smart and so dedicated, he won't even stop to buy a new pair of shoes. He's so busy saving the world. Hey, Van! Anyway, Kim is not only helping people get out of jail that have been wrongfully convicted, she's also helping people get a place to live upon their release. And recently, reportedly, TMZ says she's helping people get a job. Shout out to my girl Kim K for that. I'm sorry. I am all for this new, what is it called? Amongst the rich and wealthy. The rich and wealthy have made this agreement to share their shmoney with all of us who could use it. They're helping to pay some blessed people's student loans. You saw the guy from Morehouse. The guy from Amazon, his wife, has agreed to give away a lot of her money to some charity. I haven't found out what charity yet specifically, but I heard she's giving away something like $17 million to charity. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, like I'm all for that movement. Come over here, y'all. Holla at your girl. I feel like they need to address the homeless first. I mean, that's just me. Just because that's just despicable. I'm about to cry right now because I don't think anyone should be homeless. And if you actually were able to assist cure homelessness, you'll see a serious decrease in mental illness, because a lot of people are constantly, well, the homelessness and the unemployment. A lot of people, mental health issues, a lot of persons' mental health issues are definitely indeed triggered by homelessness and also the fear of homelessness. For certain, people with mental health issues would definitely do better if they didn't have to reside in those despicable, unlivable shelters, or even worse, outside. So there's this, I got to get back to you with the name of it. It's just like I have so much to say to you so fast because I haven't seen you because I had like technical issues. So yeah, there is, if you haven't already heard, there is this generosity cause amongst the very, very rich and the very, very wealthy. It's an agreement that they have signed, certain very rich and wealthy people, to give back. They're giving back to the charities of their choice. That's going to make me cry. That is so wonderful. I'm so happy. Okay, moving along real quick, because I got a lot to cover real fast. I'm like hungry, sorry. Lamar Odom. His book came out today. Now, I didn't bring it. I didn't buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to read it because I'm still, reading all 3 of those books I told you about before. Still reading. I'm reading 3 books at the same time. Like, it's absurd. And then somebody had the audacity to give me another book by a pastor. A pastor gave me a book written by another pastor from Brooklyn. So a pastor from Brooklyn gave me a book about a pastor from Brooklyn. So I got to read that one. But I'm going to finish these 3. I'm almost finished Michelle's. And then I'll finish the others. So anyhow, Lamar Odom's book came out today. And guess what? Like, he's talking about, it almost made me like my eyes water. He's talking about how much he still loves and adores Chloe. It was so heartfelt to see and hear that. I was like, wow. And not only that, this man survived 6 strokes and several seizures. It was like a lot. Like, if you ever doubted there was a God, or if he doubted there was a God, for certain, he knows, and he probably saw him himself, because he survived. I've never heard of anyone surviving 6 strokes. And I believe it was a dozen seizures. I'm not certain if it was like back to back, or like in the order in which they occurred. But he was talking about it on The View today. And yeah, it happened. And I mean, we know about that from, I think it was 2016 or 14, 16, whatever, with the brothel situation and the illicit use. And so he talked about some of the trauma he experienced. I had no idea that he had a baby that passed away at 6 months of age. His mom passed when he was 12. So, I don't know, maybe at some point or another I did hear about it, but when I heard him speaking about it today, I mean, it just made me like really feel very, very sympathetic towards him. With this being Mental Health Awareness Month, and addiction is a mental health issue, it just was very, very, very incredible to see him survive it and to talk about it. And he was like very, very teary-eyed. And with this being the close of Mental Health Awareness Month, I just want to run through a couple of things really quick. If you're struggling with any type of mental health condition or any type of feelings regarding uneasiness, anxiety, paranoia, fear, anything out of the sorts, please seek help and be very, very mindful of the help you seek. Please don't seek help from any type of underperforming agency. Be careful, and actually, if you can, solicit someone to help you locate someone professional, okay? And remember, hurt people hurt people. So be careful with how you interact with people and how you respond and being upset with people. And even mental health practitioners are hurt. I hate to say that, but they are just as much as anybody else, probably more. I hate saying that, but it's true. I have to tell you the truth because I worked with tons of them. And the mental health issues don't stop only in the mental health sector. They're everywhere amongst everyone. So just be mindful and thoughtful of how we interact with one another. And when I was watching him today on The View, and when I just was not cognizant of what his history was, his childhood history and his childhood trauma, it just made me think, because it's almost inevitable that anybody experiencing that type of childhood trauma or anything similar, almost inevitable that you would end up experimenting with illicit substances or becoming involved with some type of habit-forming substance. It's almost inevitable. Not in every single case, obviously, but it just made me think like, wow, you just never know. It reminded me that you never know what someone's going through. So we have to every day try to remember, and there's no excuse, and people say that to me often. Oh, well, he's going through this, or she's going through that. It's still no excuse, for us to mistreat one another, but we do have to remember. It'll help us if we remember that hurt people hurt people. Okay, so yeah, that's that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, have you guys heard of the next candidate running? His name, I just heard about him today from HBO. Andrew Young is running for president. I don't know much about him, but I know I've heard that he has not held any type of federal or national office. But one of the policies that I can't wait to say it out my mouth, one of the policies he's trying to implement is $1,000 a month to all of us, ages 18 and over. He's got my vote. No, I'm just kidding. I got to learn a little bit more about him, but his name is Andrew Young. Hey, that's not a bad start. We could all use a little extra money. Well, almost all of us. And I'm sure there's going to be some financial requirements. I hope he's not just going to give it to the greedy. Just give it to the needy. Hello. We got enough of that already as it is. Given to the greedy and not to the needy. So yeah, check out Andrew Young and what he's all about. I think he might be the 12th person running for president. I don't know. This is going to be like so interesting. I mean, like it is interesting. Like I've never been so interested in politics in my life. And I love it. It's very, very stimulating. It's very, very enlightening. And I just can't wait to see how things unfold. So that's my segment for today. I hope I brought you some good information. And listen, summer's approaching. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Pain shared is pain lessened. If you got something you got to talk about, something irritating you, bothering you, frustrating you, talk about it. Find someone you trust. And listen, if you can't find somebody you trust, what the heck with it? Get it up and out and off of you. Okay? Pain shared is pain lessened most often. Because some of that stuff, you just is imploding and you end up exploding. No, we're not trying to hear that, okay? We're talking about mental wellness every day. And if you have 0 persons, human beings to confide in, talk to who? Your Father. That's right, because he want to hear from you. So let the Lord know what's troubling you, and I guarantee you, he's going to relieve you of that. Okay? Okay. So I will see you and talk to you real soon. And